everybody.
Pop-up powerbomb.
Had a revelation about the pop-up powerbomb just before we press the record button.
Start the video with
Do you ever notice the pop-up powerbomb is just because he's a fat slob who literally doesn't have the strength to lift anyone, so all he has to physically do is go, he just has to move his arms. He's not actually throwing anybody, the other guy's doing all the work.
He's too much of a pathetic fat body.
Before Smarks starts saying, all wrestling moves require both competitors to work
but he doesn't do anything.
He literally doesn't do anything.
He does this.
There's no such thing as a pop-up powerbomb. It's just a fat guy flailing. You fucking retards.
Anybody on Earth can do a pop-up powerbomb. Anyway, this is a Gay for One. I didn't watch No Mercy
Okay, so
at
the
all.
whole point of the brand split, I thought, was to build for pay-per-views so you'd have 2 months for each brand.
Like in the old days. But no, the pay-per-views are every 2 weeks. I can't keep... We're not reviewing the SmackDown pay-per-views, like, in depth at all. We're not doing hangouts either. I can't do 2 fucking hangouts, or a hangout every 2 weeks. I can't do it.
It's too much wrestling.
I can't do it! First of all, look at the fucking poster for this pay-per-view. Why is this necessary? Why do we need to see the fucking Miz and Maurice on the poster for a pay-per-view? Were they even on this show?
By the way, once your schedule changes after Kwanzaa break, I think we should go back to alternating. You know what I'm saying?
No. Oh, whatever. Apparently the first match that happened at this was in the pre-show. It was the Hype Brothers, who I still don't know, and American Alpha,
which is Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin reincarnated,
versus the Ascension and the Fraud Villains.
I feel like this is just NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't watch it, can't review it.
Was this the order it happened in?
Yes, it was. I read that they actually started with
They started with the title match.
Yes, they started with the title match. I guess that's like a new and hip thing to do.
That emo faggot Styles apparently won. I don't care. I'm not watching SmackDown, so I don't have to deal with any of these retards. Then we got Diva shit. Heath Slater and Rhino were wrestlers. Their tag team.
We've been missing a lot of SmackDown action.
They beat the Black Lives Matter Usos. Baron Corbin fought Jack Swagger at a pay-per-view.
Of course.
That lasted for 7 whole minutes. Wow.
Now, people were saying after Ziggler's match he was supposed to retire.
But he's the Intercontinental Champion, apparently, as he beats Dolph Ziggler. Or, excuse me, he beats The Miz in a 20-minute match.
Well, Smarks were genuinely concerned that he might have to retire.
I'm guessing Bleach sales increased exponentially after the outcome of that match. And then we got more Divas shit, because what's a fucking pay-per-view without 2 Divas matches? And then in the main event, Bray Wyatt finally won a match.
And Luke Harper came back at the end.
Is that supposed to excite people?
Like Orton was hearing voices and he was humping the floor and all of a sudden the freaking snakes and worms appeared on the screen.
John, what's going on? Oh, what's going on there, Voltron?
And the lights came on and Harper's literally standing in front of Orton like he's like, blow me. He's standing like this.
That's what was happening when the lights were off.
He was
pulled
like,
down his fucking jeans and crotch rock.
He's like, oh my god, it's Luke Harper, full scam on the 5. And then Bray Wyatt just wins.
Hello, my name is Luke Harper.
There's your late, out-of-date, in-depth SmackDown pay-per-view.
You got your cum stains all over my ring mat.
Okay, we got a lot of... Because the whole wrestling universe is falling apart, we have really exciting videos planned for you.
Oh,
I
yes.
promise we do.
So
and
many.
every time we think we're going to have time to record them, something happens. I'm like 99... I know we've said this before, but I'm actually really positive this time we're going to get to do them this weekend for you.
My spinal cord hurts.
And we got some exciting shit planned.
Do we?
I think we do.
Alright, it depends on your point of view. So this is Raw now. It sucked. I don't know if you know this. They haven't gotten out of the ones in 4 straight weeks. Maybe 5 straight weeks.
I see comments like, they don't review as in-depth as they used to.
What are we supposed to say?
There's nothing to
Hey, the show sucks, and I can't watch it. I try. Believe me, I try to soldier through this shit. But there comes a time when the shit fumes are giving you like E. coli and you just gotta leave. I can't do this shit.
There's a reason the ratings are in the 1s. When we first started, they were in the high 2s, low 3s.
And I'm sick of this fucking shit. I have to go on all these Facebook posts and wrestling forums and all this stupid shit. Nobody has a problem with it's like Happy Land for Smarks. Oh God, I love Cruiserweight action. Look at this great Divas match. Don't you understand that nobody's watching wrestling at all? I know we've been saying that since we started this channel, but it's irrefutable. They can't get out of the ones. In like 5 straight weeks, they've gotten ones. 1 point something.
They're arguing on Smart sites that they're like nitpicking on how like Becky Lynch is being booked last week.
And you think that's the biggest problem they have? The fact that Becky Lynch is on TV at all is a big fucking problem. Not how she's being booked. She should be booked to take her clothes off and rub her meat gash all over the mat for 20 minutes. Maybe that would get people interested in wrestling again.
Grab her by the pussy.
Grab her right by the pussy. Boy, if any of us want to run for office, we're done. That'll be the October surprise for them. Like, in a shocking turn of events, Righty apparently had a YouTube channel where he espoused homophobia, racism, and sexism, and was a staunch defender of Brock Turner. And then they'll put up a clip of my video like, I love Brock Turner, look at the swim times! And in a shocking turn of events, vice presidential pick Lefty wants to ass rape the Miz or some weird shit that he said.
Fuck the Miz, I hope he dies.
He wants to claw his eyes out with his fingernails.
Grab her by the pussy.
Grab it by the pussy. Grab it by the meat gash. I love the phrase meat gash, by the way, because it's so disgusting.
Alright, on to wrestling.
Yes, the show started with Diva shit. You know, you main evented with Diva shit last week, and then you saw the ratings return. The 3rd hour ratings went down exponentially, so they figured, well, we have to get people to see the women somehow. Let's start the show. So balding bitch comes out with trans man, and they have a really interesting exchange. Rusev then comes out. What the fuck happened to him? He looks like CM Punk. He's got the Wolverine mutton chops. Rest holds and Wolverines. We're there again. Back to our first overview.
Best in Russia.
It's all come full circle now, see? He says, nobody cares about the Divas! And then Charlotte just beats the shit out of him.
That's so cocky.
This was the cuckiest segment in wrestling history. Why do you think that's gonna make fans like me go, I guess I like them
What
now?
does that do for Rusev?
They proved themselves. Yeah, you gotta take the wrestler who I actually like and ruin him.
Like, really, how can anybody take him seriously as a threat to Roman Reigns now?
And they're picking on Lana because she's actually hot, so, you know, more cuckery. You're not allowed to be attractive. You have to either be a fat, fucking, flabby Amy Schumer, BuzzFeed lesbian slob, or you have to just be a complete muscular she-male bitch. So, Roman Reigns then comes out in a fucking cancer shirt, because that's always tough. I know the cancer. I know everybody. But he got fucking hair wetness all over it, so he ruined the shirt. And Rusev just walks away because he's a tough guy. He gets beat up by a woman. It was Charlotte, but he gets beat up by a woman and walks away when Roman Reigns goes, I love you. I love you. Yeah, he'll fight the women, but he won't fight another man. He'll sleep with another man, but he won't fight one. So then it's announced that Rollins vs. Jericho is the main event. Who the fuck cares? Who's gonna see that and think, maybe this is the week I actually sit through all 3 fucking hours?
There was the smarkiest thread online on Reddit, and other smarks actually criticized the guy for being a faggot. Apparently some jerk-off was in a diner and Jericho was eating his breakfast next to him. So of course his first reaction is not go get an autograph, it's post on Reddit. I'm sitting next to Jericho, what should I do? So Captain Smark Acne writes the most brilliant response ever. He goes, buy him around and thank him for everything he's done for our business.
I'm around.
Who the fuck are you? Our business?
Oh. What rounds do you buy at a diner?
For breakfast. Goodness.
Hey waitress, I'm at a diner.
Oh.
Buy him a round of scotch. Like, what? And Jericho's a queer, he doesn't drink rounds.
Oh, man, I think I shit myself. Get me a Z-Pack. Hey Doc, get me a Z-Pack.
Hey Doc, where's my ice cream? Spill my soda. So that Cole has to tell. I fucking hate the WWE. Michael Cole tells us Paul Heyman's gonna be on tonight to talk about Goldberg returning.
Great, thank you for giving it all.
Fuck you!
Assholes, you have no concept on how to do anything exciting anymore.
I fucking hate wrestling. Do you think maybe if Shock Goldberg's theme hits and Goldberg comes out as a surprise, you think that might interest me? No. Ruin it right away. Have this fucking soul patch queer. Hey, Goldberg's coming back. Here's Heyman to talk about it, Jan.
And before anybody says
Christ!
times are changing, it's on the internet. The internet and the fucking gay dirt sheets where all these losers hang out have been around since the late 90s.
When Goldberg came to WWE in the first place, everyone knew he was coming. It was still a shock to see it. You know what I'm saying? They were chanting Goldberg before it even happened, but it was still cool. They didn't have JR go, oh, by the way, Goldberg coming back tonight. Skittles, they're fruity. So then the New Day come out, and everybody on planet Earth stopped caring 6 months ago, at least. Or at most, which, I don't know, whatever. Nobody fucking cares about the New Day. I see them and I'm bored to tears. Why did you make them good guys? The black men with strap-ons and who wear pink shouldn't be good guys. You shouldn't want... Is the black guy with the pink shirt and the fucking dildo on his head gonna kick out? I care about how this match turns out because I love him. No! Ryback should have beat them up every week. That's what should have fucking happened.
Ryback.
So they talk for 40 minutes about some shitty fucking crap nobody gives a fuck about. Trying to be goofy and funny and failing because nobody's bought into their shtick in the last fucking 9 years. So then that fucking queer Cesaro comes out who straight up has a James Bond Titantron now where he's walking in the white circle. He does, just because he wears a fucking suit doesn't mean lots of people wear suits. When Batista was champion, he opened SmackDown in a suit every week. Did that make him James Bond? Triple H would wear a suit when he cut promos. Was he Bond? Just because this fucking faggot wears a suit doesn't mean he's Bond.
Because Smarks were saying it. They're taking a Smart narrative. They're the ones that started this James Bond shit.
It's so gay. Yeah, James Bondage, as Mr. McCoy says. I love that. That's fucking brilliant. So he comes out with that retard Sheamus and a boring, uninteresting match ensues that ends in a roll-up because that's why we watch wrestling.
It's not our last roll-up of the night.
So then it's announced that a mixed tag match is happening tonight. It's Reigns and Dogface versus Rusev and the she-male that just beat him up. You know what this is? This is typical WWE cynicism where they know nobody gives a fuck about the divas, so we'll trick you into thinking it's a real match by having the wet-haired guys there, but they'll just tag out and you'll be watching a divas match. No thanks, I'm not falling for that bullshit.
We're not gonna watch the divas.
I'm not watching
We're not gonna
anything.
give them ratings. We're not gonna legitimize this cuckery. Get it off the screen. It doesn't belong anywhere on national television. It's killing wrestling. I will go down in flames and tell you that the divas are like 25% of the issue. They are like...
They're major.
They are a major part of the problem.
And you think that fucking cornball, cucky mess of an opening segment where, don't disrespect me, I'm a real woman. You think that's gonna change anyone's mind? You think someone's gonna see Charlotte beating up this wonderful wrestler named Rusev, who has character, can talk, has a great manager, and can wrestle? You think seeing her beat the shit out of him when nobody asked to see her fucking trainee ass in the first place is gonna make people have an epiphany like, maybe there is something to this women's revolution? No! First of all, as soon as people saw that balding bitch come out to open the show, everyone changed the channel! So nobody even saw it except for the sickos like me who have to review this shit!
Grab him by the pussy.
Grab him by the pussy?
I just kiss women when I want to. Grab him by the pussy.
You think Trump goes pussy diving?
I'm gonna go pussy diving. Oh, here comes the pre.
Where did I leave off? Right, mixed tag match. Yeah, then we get a straight up video package teasing Goldberg.
I love Goldberg. He's my
I love Goldberg. I
don't want him to be absorbed by this.
You know what's gonna happen? He'll fucking probably lose to Lesnar. Then what? He'll float around in this company, in this climate? He'll have exciting matches with TJ Perkins? TJ Perkins is the type of fucking queer Goldberg would beat up in 2 seconds. Nowadays,
Not anymore.
if this climate was around back then, fucking Lodi would squash Goldberg every week. Where's Lodi?
Blue pants.
Christ almighty, blue pants, don't get me started. If she was around today, she'd be on the main roster. She'd be the Intercontinental Champion. So Jericho's being a cornball backstage, and excuse me, I forgot, there was diva shit prior to this. How can I forget? Jericho's being a cornball, and we get some penis jokes. So, look, they're bringing the Attitude Era back. Remember back in the day when you'd see blood on Raw and be like, this is a step in the right direction. Nowadays, I don't even have the matches on, so I don't even know if there's blood or not. So, 2 oiled up fucking jobbers with man buns were fighting 2 Mexican guys whose characters that they're Rey Mysterio. when I found out this was a cruiserweight match, I just stopped watching. I'm
Because
treating.
they just every week they unload a bus of these goofballs, and they literally have no backstory. They have no nothing. You don't know who they are.
I'm treating the cruiserweights like the divas from now on. Whenever their match happens, I will address it as cruiserweight shit and move on.
Because
I'm not
it is
watching
literally, let's open the grab bag and see which jobbers have never been on TV before, have never been exposed to the, they're not calling it the WWE universe anymore, I don't know why.
Oh!
But who have never been exposed to the whatever the fuck Cole's gonna start meatloafing
The
now.
sweaty people.
Right. We don't know who they are.
Do they think that just sticking their hand to the bottom of the septic barrel of the indies and pulling out these random jobbers, no one ever like, lose this guy. Well, he's got a wet man bun. Let's throw him in the ring. And there's one of the guys he had no muscle mass whatsoever. Just underwear and white boots, no pads, no nothing. No attempt to look like a wrestler. Just throw this boring goofball who just has a first name and a last name out there and have him kick people. Christ. And I knew it was a cruiserweight match before they even said it because they had taken the ring ropes out and replaced them with purple ropes. That's because they're so fucking hardcore and awesome. We'll give them the gay pride color. Yeah, Tinky Winky's gonna come out with his person tutu as the next cruiserweight because he's purple like the belt. Hey, guys.
I believe that's just Dipsy. He wants to have fun.
Just trying to have a little bit of fun again.
Look at Lala there, Chaz.
Yeah, Lala would be the main one because she's a girl.
Ah, right.
So Foley and Stephanie are backstage, and here are more segments that I refuse to watch. These two have absolutely no chemistry whatsoever. You know how me and Kyle Bruschetto can go to hang out without even a topic and just talk for like an hour, and everyone's like entertained? That's chemistry. You know how
Mick Foley made his bones hurting himself, not talking backstage.
You know how Opie and Anthony haven't talked in 2.5 years, but Ant calls into Ope's show and there's instant chemistry? Nothing like that is present here. You got this fucking bearded cuck talking to this pulled pork-titted monster about nothing. Well, Stephanie, you think the show's going great tonight? I remember when you were a little kid. Ah, thank you. You like my hormone voice?
I do. China 2.0. Give me that man ass. There's a prostate in there somewhere. I'll find it. Cause I'm the king.
So now they're not backstage anymore. Now they're just in the ring talking. So I had this fucking screen muted. Speaking of no chemistry, Jericho and Owens come out. You can smell Owens through the fucking screen with his dumb fucking... He looks like he has armpit hair growing on his face. It's not even a pube beard. It's armpit hair. So they come out. They talk for 45 minutes about crap no one cares about. While they're talking, Jericho's pointing at people in the audience and writing their name on his faggoty list. How does he even know what their names are? Like, you're on the list. Fat, sweaty guy. Well, if you write that takes up the entire audience. How you gonna know it was him? That's over-analytical, but you get the point, folks. Anyway, this segment ends with the stipulation if Jericho wins the main event that nobody's gonna watch tonight, he's in the main event at Hell in the Cell, and nobody knows what that is, so who cares?
That's great.
Rollins is now standing backstage, also in a cancer shirt, also with soaking wet hair, talking to some new interviewer who's hot, so expect to never see her on TV again. They'll replace her with Caitlyn Jenner. Hello. I'm a beautiful woman. And you have to respect me.
Who's that woman from the 90s? Nicole Bass.
Nicole Bass, she'll come back and be the fucking Intercontinental Champion. You know? We'll get fucking Lana Dunham to do all the backstage interviews and be on commentary. Hey guys, you think I'm beautiful? You like my fucking flab? Christ. No, if they got her, they actually do bra and panties matches, so never mind. Wet-haired Bo Dallas is now teaming with Curtis Axel for some reason. Enzo and Cash show up, but they get beat up by the club.
Ah, the club is still around.
Yeah, everybody had forgotten that.
They literally took... Everybody in that segment was literally, oh, that guy's still around?
So, instead of fighting Enzo and Cass as planned, they fight Neville and Sami Zayn. Look out, guys.
Yeah,
Neville...
Sami Zayn really became that main eventer Smarks wanted, didn't he?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
What about Neville, the longest running NXT champion in history?
Oh, but he hit the red arrow.
Ah, the Red Arrow.
And when they got the pin, these like 15 Smarks, fat, ugly people with unbuttoned flannels were like, yeah! Like, why are you cheering?
Yeah!
This fucking Mighty Mouse midget beat Curtis Axel, why are you cheering? Do you understand what wrestling is? It's not look at the flips. It's supposed to be like any other TV show. There's a plot. What was the plot for this match? The plot for this match is they're sports entertainers and they had to go out there and prove themselves. That's the plot. And they did it, so I'm in this. Why do these people like wrestling? How did they get into it in the first place?
I don't know. That's the part I'm still trying to figure out.
So now we get backstage diva shit. We can't get enough of this shit. And then R-Truth fought Titus O'Neil. The storyline here is something happened between these two on Facebook.
Well, I guess we're not checking our WWE universe enough.
I guess not that. Oh, we're not calling it that anymore. It's the sweaty people now. So then we get backstage shit with these two cruiserweights from last week. It's the Brian Kendrick and that Perkins guy just yammering on about nothing for 20 minutes. This was the gayest. I didn't listen to this. I had it fucking muted when I saw it was the Brian Kendrick. But one of the cool cats in the chat told me what they said, and I didn't believe him until I saw it for myself. The Perkins went over to Kendrick and he's like, remember back in the day when my N64 broke, what'd you do? You picked me up and got me a new one.
Oh my god.
Then he stands up and extends his hand for a handshake and they shake hands and punch each other like it's Ring of Honor. This fucking Perkins guy is the worst wrestler ever.
I'm just laughing.
So it's shown that a bunch of large black athletes are in the crowd and like they can't be enjoying this. How are black men enjoying this product?
They care about Spanky and Perkins.
So we get a boring Braun Strowman squash because that's always interesting. And then we're already starting with these Royal Rumble by the numbers videos. Oh,
Royal Rumble.
Yeah, they're showing promo vids for the Rumble for some reason.
October.
Oh, 46. That's the number of.
Kane has lasted longer than any superstar.
Oh, look out. 1. That's the amount.
Shawn Michaels is one of 2 guys to enter from number 1 and win.
Oh, yes.
Who's the other one?
Oh, it was Simon Dean.
Yeah, Dean Machine.
Yeah, so then we get the gay mixed tag match. Who's watching this?
At this point, who's still watching?
Who's enjoying the divas?
Guess who's back? Again. You don't remember me. Let me start off my debate by saying Sasha Banks, or Sausage Banks, whatever the fuck her name is an awesome wrestler. I like Charlotte. They're great, awesome wrestlers. Men, same thing. Fuck you.
Oh. So Jericho's in his underwear backstage and he's talking to Kevin Owens and Tom Phillips shows, and like no one cares about Tom Phillips. Nobody cares about the question he's asking and nobody cares about the answer. So why have this segment? Paul Heyman shows up, he horrors out some WWE video game that's the same as last year, and then he says, in the most long-winded, desperate to fill up time way possible, he challenges Goldberg on behalf of Brock Lesnar.
Why?
I don't know, but his fat neck is infuriating. He's like, oh. His neck looks like a fucking foreskin. It's weird. It's gonna like swallow his head.
Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are my 2 favorite wrestlers.
They certainly are. It should be fun. It should be a good match. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guarantee you one thing, it's gonna draw a hell of a lot more than fucking
TJ Perkins
Yeah.
and Spanky.
So then we get, speaking of TJ Perkins and Spanky, we get their match again. This fucking Perkins guy's entrance is first of all, he's got this like 8-bit Sami Zayn theme music. Because he's this video game character. His whole thing is he likes playing video games. I like playing fucking video games. Does that mean I get to be a wrestler now? Well, you're just jealous. I don't want to be a fucking wrestler, first of all, so go fuck yourself. A lot of these fucking YWC people think that if you make videos about wrestling, you really just want to be a wrestler. Like, no, this isn't a fucking E-Fed. I'm not Kid Fury. I'm not Cody Brainerd. I'm not any of these fucking virgin losers. I am a virgin loser, but I'm not one of them. I don't want to be a wrestler. I never wanted to be a wrestler. So shut up with you're just jealous that you're not Dolph Ziggler. I don't want to be Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's gonna die of AIDS. So anyway, he comes out, he's got the jobber vest and hood, and he does the most original thing ever. He bends down with the hood and flicks the hood off. And then he goes in the ring like this. And he goes on the turnbuckle, and he jumps off, and when he lands, the hood goes back on, so he flicks it off again.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that cool? All while this Sami Zayn 8-bit ska music is playing, and I just want to take a shotgun and blow my fucking brains all over the walls. It's not good. So they kick each other for an hour, and I don't know or care who wins. How exciting is that? No one has character, no one's interesting, no one can talk. Everybody's a midget who kicks people. That or they're fat people who just go bleh, or they're she-male women who can do all these crazy moves and botch. So Jericho and Stephanie are backstage. How many fucking talking segments were there tonight? I have to go back. How many fucking segments were people talking? The opener was people talking. Michael Cole talked about Paul Heyman. Divas talked. Jericho talked. Foley and Stephanie talked backstage. They talked in the ring. Rollins had an interview.
Perkins and Kendrick talked.
They talked backstage Divas shit. Backstage with the Cruiserweights talking. We discussed that. Jericho in his underwear backstage with Tom Phillips. Heyman. Just 95% of the show is people talking. And it's weird how you can do that. Well, none of the talking, they're not leading to a story, they're not building character, they're doing nothing. They're just blabbing, they're yammering on with this worthless, fucking, boring drivel. This monotonous banality of dog shit. So much was spoken, but nothing was said, if you will.
And then we have our exciting.
Oh, excited. It was Jericho versus Rollins with Kevin Owens standing there farting in the background.
He's just like, I want my belt done.
I'm bringing about change. I'm bringing about change. Yeah, you are bringing about change, okay? When fucking Dean Ambrose was champion, they were getting fucking low twos. You're champion, haven't broken fucking twos in weeks! So Rollins wins. For some reason, Owens is...
He's furious about
I
that.
gotta find the word Cole used. It was such a Cole word. Talk about I gave this
He's
word.
irate.
For some reason, Kevin Owens was like personally offended that Rollins won a match, so he stormed.
Oh, I got the Cole word now. Owens is livid. He's livid. Why is Owens livid that this concave titty fucking retard with a scarf lost a match to a roll-up, mind you? This was our main event. It went on for 35 minutes and ends with a roll-up.
There
Not
were
that anyone gave a shit.
G-rated segments in this match too. Like Rollins just, who's the guy that just fell out of the ring?
Jericho just like jumped out of the ring and landed on nothing.
Or Rollins, he's gonna do the flying goat and he hits what's his face?
Fat body.
Fat body instead.
We didn't even get a pop-up powerbomb match.
Do you think this was the worst Raw of all time? I can't tell anymore. They're all blending together in dog shit. They're all united by their shittiness.
How many of you are interested in something called Smarktober?
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 It's
What's Smarktober? It's
Smarktober.
Smarktober. That's it. It is now Smarktober.
Hey, we're declaring it. It's Smarktober. We're already a few days in, but we can catch up.
You'll see what Smarktober is coming up soon.
Hopefully we don't lose our channel to it.
Fuck Cody Rhodes.